So we had Freud's wish fulfillment yesterday, and today we're going to talk about the information processing theory of dreams. So you should be able to explain that by the end of this video, and also to expand your knowledge of the connection between sleep and memory. Okay, so the information processing theory of dreams suggests that dreams help us sort out the day's events and consolidate our memories. If you look at the image to the right, you see there's all of these things that are happening. We're talking to people, we're reading documents, we're watching videos, we're looking at stuff on the web, we're on the internet, we're listening to music, and all of that stuff. That's just the stuff that we're focused on. There's all these other things that we don't acknowledge, but our brain does process them through one of our sensory sources. And so we have to sort that out some way. And this theory suggests that dreams actually help us do that, and that they can sift through things, sort through, kind of package the day's experiences in our memory. So they help us get it into our memory. So we actually have some evidence to support this theory. When tested the next day after learning a task, people who were deprived of deep sleep did not do as well as those who slept undisturbed on the things that they had learned. So they taught everyone the same thing, but then some people they chose to disturb their deep sleep and others they let sleep. What they found was that the people who were able to sleep fully, they actually were able to remember that learning much, much better at a higher rate than the people whose sleep was interrupted. We also have studies that show that people who hear unusual phrases or learn to find hidden visual images before bedtime, they remember less the next morning if they're awakened during deep sleep than they do if they're awakened during light sleep. So we know that dreams are happening in that deep sleep, that REM stage. And this research is showing us that when you can actually complete that full stage, you can remember more, you can recall more, and that shows a lot about your ability to get things into your memory through dreaming. And there's some good news for you all. That's supposed to say good news. It says good news. Good news for teens. There's a researcher who says that many teens suffer from a type of sleep bulimia. He calls it sleep bulimia. This is binge sleeping on the weekend, right? To ideally make up for the weekdays. But if you don't get good sleep or enough sleep after you learn new stuff, it actually won't get into your memory. So it won't stick into your memory. And a 1998 study showed that high schoolers with high grades average 25 minutes more of sleep at night than their lower achieving classmates. So there's a clear connection between the amount of sleep you get and your academic performance. That does not mean people who don't sleep get bad grades. What that means is, on average, those who are getting a lot of more sleep are performing much better than their peers are. The criticism and the question for this one, it's kind of a big mystery, is that why do we sometimes dream about things that we have not experienced? Right? This theory kind of falls flat on its face if we're saying that this is a way for us to sort everything that we've been through in the day. Well, if there's things that you've never experienced, then how did that make its way into our dream? And that's really kind of one of the main criticisms of this theory, is that missing question that needs to be answered is, how are we able to dream about things we never saw if indeed this is just sorting through our day's work? So that is information processing theory in less than 4 minutes. So we're going to add on to that tomorrow. We're going to talk about the physiological function theory of dreams.